Hey my lovelies, so I've literally taken the sections out of this bag. I think this is just all Shop My Stash products from June. It might be mid-May to current. So I'm gonna try and show you. Okay, let's talk about this bronzer. So this was new. This is the Kiko Disney The Little Mermaid. I got this from eBay. It's such a beautiful bronzer. I only used it to see what it looked like on the skin. Probably used it a couple of times. I'm half tempted to bring it in. But I've got some bronzers that are also new that I want to try. But that's what it looks like. It really does smell like the Physicians Formula ones. Especially the, I think it's called Butter or something like that. So if you don't like that, you're not going to like this. But yeah, that's going back in my collection. Then we've got this beautiful Benefit Cheek Party package. I'm not going in any order. I'm just hoping I've got enough time. So I used all of it. So I even mixed these two the other day in a live stream and it looked absolutely gorgeous. I'm not overly impressed with this. I think it's called Dandelion Twinkle. I much prefer the Benefit Cookie. This one is just not as soft as the other one. I mean, it's nice. It's just, it's not as nice as some of my other highlighters. And I will use it every time I use this highlighter and face palette. But yeah, I'm not overly keen on it. This Dandelion as well, the hard pad needs to come off, so I need to sort that out. Primer, so L'Oreal has sent me this Maybelline Grippy Serum. I don't know how I feel about it. I've only used it twice, but it's going back in the collection and we'll pull something else out. Also use this, so the Revolution Superdewy Skin Tint with an SPF 30. I am using a Project Pan foundation, which I'll show you. I'm not much of a lover of this one, the body collection, but I am going to use it up and get it out of my collection. At one stage, I just wanted to use something that's a little bit more lightweight, and that's why I brought this one out. This will go back into the collection. So my friend bought me this blush. I really like it. I liked it with the Benefit blusher. It's in the shade, so it's a Maybelline Sunkissed blusher. It's in the shade, what shade is it? Blazing Blush in 05. It's so pretty. It also looked really nice with this PS Bouncy blush. So nice. So that's the shade of it. I think it's just pink or light pink. It doesn't tell me the shade. I'm not 100% sure on this Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics in the shade Extra, and boy is it extra. It really does leave like quite a stripe up here when you put it on. You just really need to go in and like blend it out. I think it would be more beneficial for me to use it in the inner corner, so I'm going to try that next time. Right, we've got a couple of Kiko and Bridgerton lipsticks. So we've got the lipstick. This is gorgeous. It's an absolute gorgeous shade for every day. So I've got that one. That one is in 01. And then I've got this one. This one is in the shade 03. This is a lip gloss. Very purple leaning. I like them both, so they're going to go into my collection. Right, I've not used any of these this past month, but I've got the Profusion Cosmetics matte lip cream, the shade Blushing Rose. I'm going to leave that in. And then I've got the corresponding lip liner. Not too sure what shade that is. Yeah, it doesn't really say what shade that is. And then there's another lip liner here. That's in the shade Rose. And then that's in the shade Mauve. So I'm going to leave them in the basket. And then I've got this Free Inner. No, it's called Mina, sorry. I always call it Free Inner. This is such a beautiful, like, khaki green. It's more olive, I would say, liner. So I'm going to leave this in the basket. Like I said, I've not used them, but I want to leave them in the basket. We've also got the Wet n Wild Glow in Love. But this is just like a glowy product. I think what I'm going to have to do in this video, it's because we're already on 5 minutes, is show you the products, show you if I like, or I'm going to declutter them, and then I'll do a Shop My Stash in another video. I also got this from my friend. She got it from Aldi, I believe. So Lacura Sweet Blusher in the shade Orchid Pine. No, Orchid Pink. Orchid Pine, what am I thinking? I've got this PS Pro Illuminating Cream Blush. It's a luminous finish, it's peach. I've not used it, I'm going to leave it in. Use this one either, so the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush. Not sure what the shade it is. I can't see the shade, but it's like an orange peach. I want to keep it in, just in case. Wonderful, Andrea. I'm definitely going to have to keep that in. Right, so this one's going back in the collection. So the Give Beauty Pick It Up in the shade Heating Up. Yeah, I don't know where the lid's gone for that blush. So we've made more progress. Sorry, we've made more progress since the previous month. I really, really do like this contour shade here. But I would say it's more of a bronzer than a contour. I did only use this one time, I think, just because I didn't have time to use everything. It's the LYS Higher Standard in the shade Grateful. It really is a pretty blush, and I also used it with the Benefit. I think it was the Benefit Dandelion I used it with, and that looks really, really pretty. This LYS highlighter I'm going to pass on. It's just way too dark for me. A friend bought it. I'm going to pass that on. My mum could maybe use it as eyeshadow, and I'm also going to pass the Becca highlighter in Moonstone on as well. This is practically brand new, you know. I don't like the formula of it, so my mum can have both of those. Then we've got the e.l.f. No Budge Cream Eyeshadow. Oh, that's the white one. So that one can stay in for when I do pastel looks. I did use this Made by Mitchell blush in Minted when I did a pastel look, so that can go back in the collection. I also used the Huda Beauty, what's this one called? Light Glow Obsessions palette. I absolutely love this palette. I think it's really, really nice. I used these two, and then I used these three. This one's too dark. Oh, I haven't used this. This is going to have to stay in the collection. It's the PS Pro blush in light pink. So it looks like that. So that's going to have to stay in the basket for another month. We've got a Rare Beauty in the shade Mesmerize. This is the highlighter. Can I get into it? Look at that. I have hit pan on that. I need to take a picture just for the Instagram and show that I've hit pan on it, so that when I come to use it next time, I'll know how much more I've used. So, right, this is a brow product. It's just to make your brows grow, so I need to start using this again. I need to put that in my project pan basket actually. Right, I did pull this Kosas blusher in. This one is called Blissed. It's so, so pretty. Some more lip products. So we've got the Revolution Kiss Drip. This one is in Strawberry Drizzle. This is really nice. This is going to go in my drawer. We've got the Revolution, what's this thing called? Jelly Lip Oil. That's going to go back in my collection. And then we've got the Primark Shimmer Lip Oil, and that's going to go back in my collection. These shimmer sticks by She Glam just stay in constantly. I'll tell you the shades. Lilac Luster, Fuse Chiffon, and Rosy Gem. I would highly, highly recommend these. Another lipstick that I was using at some point is the Core Beauty. So that one is in the shade Date Night. My friend from Happiness Sparkles bought me that, and I really, really like it. Last, we've got Benefit Butterfly. I'm debating decluttering. So as I was saying, I don't know how I feel about this Benefit Butterfly. I'm going to keep it for now. It's just not a good shade of orange, is it? So we'll keep it for now though, and I'll continue to use it. I'll persevere with it. Maybe I'll even use it if I use the shade Belize by e.l.f. I need to find the top for that though first. Then I've found a couple of blushes in my drawer that I used. I wanted to show you what I used. So the Kosas Euphoria. Oh, that hurt. So that looks like that's a very pretty blush. And then the Hourglass Luminous Flush. So we used quite a lot this time, just because there's a CoverGirl blusher in Pink Please, and I wanted to figure out if any of these were similar to that, but they're not. So that's everything. That's the whole entire speed reviews on my Shop My Stash products from last month. So now we can do the Shop My Stash in the next video, and then a project pan update. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.